Hey, what's up everyone? I'm Leno56 and welcome back to some more StarRupture. My microphone is not hooked up properly. That was weird. Um, Anyways, in the previous episode, we deleted our entire base. We kind of rebuilt a tier 1 factory over here. So we're taking all the raw materials, we're smelting them, and then we're using those ingots to create basic items. So everything that uses like the raw materials like the titanium ingots, the wolfram ingots, and so on and so forth. And then so we have a tier 1 factory here. We're moving everything to a tier 2 factory over there, which are making more advanced items, which we're going to then move to a tier 3 factory. However, we do have an issue, and this is the same issue that is known for the multi-rails, which is something I was worried about. But essentially, everything is being moved to one single line here. So, like, these should be moved to this far line, these should be moved to this middle line. Everything is being moved to the middle line right now. So, that is something I'm not too happy with, which means until they fix this, I'm probably not going to use the multi-rails, so I'm kind of wondering if I'm going to have to redo our factory here again, which is going to be kind of frustrating. However, in some of the previous episodes, I did have... Yeah, so there's an issue where... like, I kept losing one of my storage things, which, let's see. Yeah, my storage depots, I kept, like, losing one of them. Basically, when I deleted, when I deleted anything, like, it would delete that storage depot, and it's doing the exact same thing with this right here. So anything I hover over, regardless of where it's at, is going to delete that. So I am not entirely sure how to fix that. I kind of have an idea, but because of the issues with the multi-rails, because of the issues with, you know, this deleting stuff, which deleting something over here should not affect this connector at all. So I'm not sure why that's going on. That has to be some sort of bug, which is kind of frustrating. But so I'm gonna keep the same setup, but what I'll probably do is just have one giant factory. It's probably just gonna I mean, I can expand it indefinitely technically, but I'm not going to use the multi-rails because the multi-rails are just bugged like crazy right now, which sucks, but it is what it is. I could use... because I like the idea of like tier 1 factory, tier 2 factory, tier 3, and so on and so forth, but that's going to be really... I don't want to say hard to implement, because I want my factory to be expandable for one. Which ideally, the best thing to do would be to build up. Which I know you can only build up so much. I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Like, I'm gonna keep this set up here, but what I'll probably do is just... because I can just turn our factory if I need to. Like, that's no big deal. The only downside is this bus system is going to get stupidly wide. So yeah, I'm trying to figure out exactly how I want to do this here. But I do have kind of an idea for how I want to build this, because deleting this should not affect that connector over there like at all, and it is. So what I'm probably gonna do here is redo this factory, which is gonna be frustrating, but I mean, I do have a maybe a solution to that little problem that we have currently. So yeah, we're gonna go up here. Yeah, if you can see, deleting this like affects that over there, which is ridiculous. I'm gonna have to delete this whole thing, aren't I? That's gonna be frustrating. Oh well. So, okay. And I guarantee you, since I deleted that, that multi-rail over there is gonna be disconnected. And it looks like it is. That's frustrating. Alright, I'm going to keep this how it is, because I like that. Alright, so let's get rid of you. Yeah, we're going to get rid of all of you. We're going to keep all the building materials, obviously. Yeah, my biggest thing I was trying to do is to try to figure out how to make my factory like expandable, or I can expand upon it indefinitely. Which, if everything was working correctly, this setup would work perfectly. But unfortunately, because of how everything is right now, it's having issues. One nice thing is that they are in the process of updating the game, so we should receive an update here pretty soon, hopefully with a bunch of bug fixes to fix these issues. But in the meantime, we'll just do this. So, let's see. Yeah, so we're gonna do this, the same setup like this. Oops, too much. Yeah, so this is going to be the exact same setup that I had before. The difference is I'm going to separate each of these so nothing is like connected except for the rails, which I'm hoping will fix this little issue of deleting this. Like we'll delete that over there. So, all right, we're going to test this out really quick. Okay. And then I think what I'm going to... Oh, jeez.
I recommend finding a safe place.
I'm going to use the platforms as well. Yeah, essentially I'm going to have each little section create one item. And it's going to be part of the bus line. I've been trying to give this a lot of thought. We're going to use rail 2. Yeah, so I like this setup here. This works really, really well. Alright, so that's all set up. So now what I need to do is I need to get the bus set up here, or the start of it. So, 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, good thing I have our habitat right here.
Rupture's eruption has started. Prepare for impact.
Dang. It's so loud. Every time I have to go into the options, audio, to like reset this so it's not as loud, but that's like every game too. Every time I load in, I have to do that. No, it's not even that. It's every time the star ruptures, I have to do that. Yeah, so I'm hoping that they fix the issues with the multi-rails really soon. And then the issues with if you delete one building, it doesn't delete like a building on the opposite side of the factory. I'm not entirely sure why that's happening, but I've noticed it's happening on anything that, not anything, but on certain items that have the, like the support platforms and the pillar supports and stuff. So yeah, I'm not sure what the issue is. I think these are bugged as well. So I'm hoping separating everything will not have that issue.
Planetary temperature
Sweet,
returning
okay.
to normal.
So let's hook up our iron or our titanium here really quick. Sweet, okay. And then we are going to head over here so I can actually do this. Let's do the support platforms for a minute so I can see exactly how I want to do this. Yeah, we'll do it like that. So this is considered one section right here. And then the next section will be right here, and it's going to be separated by a gap. Now, everything's still going to have power because of the rails. But I'm hoping because everything is separated with the platforms, we're not going to run into those weird issues I've been experiencing. So in the meantime, let's do another one of these. A 1, 2, 3. And then I can even do these ones on different levels too, which would be kind of cool. To make sure everything has its own support. I think that's the key, is making sure everything has its own support, so then I don't have to risk that kind of stuff happening. So we'll do that. Let's do this. And then, yeah, that's separated. So I'm hoping that'll fix the issue I'm having. I don't know if it will, but at least it's worth a shot. Alright, let's delete you. And then we're going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then this is going to be Wolfram, so... And this one's going to be kind of weird, because I'm going to do 1, 2, 3... Crap. And this is where, like, I could have these on different elevations, because then this will be our gap, so, like, this could be on a different level than this. And this whole thing will still work properly, so let's do this, let's do that. Okay. So we'll hook up the titanium, hook up the wolfram. Yeah, I'm really hoping that they fix the multi-rails and stuff here soon, because that would be ideal. And then you'll hook here, and you'll hook there. So then this will be the wire. And then we're going to do a little test here and make sure everything is separated properly. So if I delete this, nothing else gets deleted, right? Nothing else is turning orange. And I think that's because everything has its own support, so if I can just keep that going, we should be okay. Yeah, this is going to get ridiculously big as I keep going out, but oh well, that's okay. One other thing I could possibly do, instead of having like a rail for each item, I could just do like one rail. Because that would be similar to how I had it our factory before I deleted it, because everything was just on one rail at that point. Like, I could have one just like basic resource rail, and then I could have one rail where everything else goes. Like, I could do that. Because this bus system's going to get ridiculously huge. So, I don't know. Alright. Let's hook up... We'll hook this up so I can do it like this. Alright, how did I have this before? Yeah, what we're gonna do is we're gonna do it like this. And then this is just gonna connect right there. There we go. Alright, and it looks like we do have Wolfram coming in. Alright, it's all being made, so okay, so that's working. So yeah, I'm thinking separating each area like this is going to be the way to go here. Alright, well, I have my work cut out for me. But since I kind of know the format here, it shouldn't be too difficult. Other than the fact that I probably have a bunch of... I do. Alright, so let's drop all of this. You know what I need to do is I need to get rid of some of the stuff in my inventory here. I really like this setup I have. Here, let's do food. We'll do LEMs. Wait, where? Oh, I think everything's still in those crates, aren't they? Yeah, they are. Okay, good enough. Let's head back outside and continue rebuilding our factory. Alright, so let's get rid of you. Alright, and now this one's going to be a little bit different. This one's going to be on a completely different level. So, 1, 2, 3. I can probably get away. Let's do it like this. Alright, so this is going to be
The
interesting.
Raptura is in its stable stage. The climate of Arcadia is returning to normal.
I guess I could move it up one still. Or heck, I could even put this on the same level, can't I? Because everything's going to be separated. There's no really risk of doing anything. Yeah, let's actually do this instead. I'm going to move it up one. I wish there was like a delete all function where you could like select a group of items and just delete them all at once. Like that would be ideal. Alright, so we're going to grab this. We're going to do it like this instead. Okay. And then, how do I connect these? I guess I don't really need to connect these. I could even have the bus system on a separate level too. I don't know. Let's see how I can get this to work here. So we have, well, that's 5, so this will be 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Do something like that, and then it's gonna be the same thing on this side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, so this is gonna be 6 actually. Or no, 7, sorry. So we're gonna do it like that. Okay. I don't really want to do this, do I? Yeah, I don't like how much this drops because I could go up even one more on this level, that would be better. Alright, let's figure this out. Because I don't like how low these are. So maybe what I do, like how do I properly do this? This level, I guess that would work. Granted, that's gonna make this a lot higher on this side. Yeah, because that's not connected at all. Okay, so if I want to get these connected, I'm gonna have to do what, like this? Yeah, that's how that's gonna have to go. So and then if I rebuild this, will that actually have the support there? Oh yeah, so it doesn't actually. Okay. Man, that's frustrating. Yeah, I kind of wish they would redo the building, like the foundations and stuff. Actually, let's do it this way. Because I can do that like this. This one's fine. That's fine like that. Well, actually, it might not be. Oh, that's too low. Gosh dang it. Has to go right there. Alright, and then I need one over here too, so one like that. Alright, so we're gonna have one here and one there. That's gonna support these two. And then I can delete you guys. 1, 2, 3. We'll delete these two. And then I need to redo these. Okay. There we go. Okay. And then I can place these. And then this can hold on its own. Okay. And then we'll do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, let's try this. And that looks like it'll work. The only issue I'm going to run into is the foundation over here. Which, let me see. Am I able... I can do that. Okay, so that'll work. Okay, so that's not bad. I guess I could... just have like a floating... because that does actually support it properly. Maybe that'll help free up some resources of the computer too. So, okay, yeah, let's do this. I kind of figured out how to do this now. And then this way I can have our bus system on different levels. And actually, this one's not wolfram. This is going to be calcium. Or calcite. So yeah, I'm going to have to redo that. That's okay, though. There we go. Okay, so yeah, this is going to be calcite, actually. So this is going to go... right here, so we'll delete you and you. Nice. Okay, perfect. So then let's start programming these. So, yeah, calcite sheets. Well, I have so much stuff on me, don't I? Alright, let's make sure the calcium blocks are coming in. I don't see any yet, but that doesn't mean that they're not on the way. Nope, here. Nope, there they are. They're on the way. Perfect. Let's clear up our inventory really quick here. Alright. Alright, where are they at? There they are. Alright, so those are being produced. Wait a minute. Oh crap, I did a thing, didn't I? Gosh dang it, I messed up. I built it over one too far. Son of a... That's okay. Yeah, this is where I wish there was a delete like all function. Because I moved this over too far. Crap.
I need water.
That's okay. Okay, well, shit. At least I know what we're doing now, though, so there's that. I do like how the deconstruct things speeds up as you delete more of the same kind. So that feature's nice, but they need a select like multiple item function. I keep thinking of the same thing that was in like Satisfactory. That would be perfect. I was wondering why that was off too. Okay, well, at least I know where this is gonna go. So one there, there. That's gonna stay. This is probably fine, actually. So we'll just do this. Yeah, like deleting this, you'd think wouldn't delete this, but it does. That's so interesting. Okay, so delete you, you, and you. Alright, I think that's how we're gonna do it. So you guys are gonna go like this. Alright, you are on the same thing there, so we shouldn't run into the same issue we just had. Alright, you support yourself, so that's good. You support yourself, and you support yourself. Perfect. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which means I delete you. And then this right here is where the titanium's gonna come in. 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, because we have 4, 5, 6. So I was right. Gosh dang it. Okay. That looks better. Everything is lined up. So, alright, let's do this, where we'll program these for a minute. Yeah, we'll just do that so I can get rid of some of the stuff in my inventory here. Alright, let's hook these up. Yeah, I cannot wait for the next update to launch. There we go, okay. Sweet, alright, so let's get power to these guys. Alright, and then, yeah, for whatever reason. There we go. Alright. So all that should come in. We should be fine. Let's make sure. Yep, we have more coming in. So, yeah, hovering over here, deleting these items. Over here doesn't delete anything else. Which is how it should be. So, that's perfect. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to just have a normal platform. There we go. Okay, that's how it should be. So let's focus on the next section now. Which apparently my guy is a little too far away, so there we go. Alright, perfect. So let's do this. One, two, three. This is going to come out this far. Yeah, so this level right here is where we're going to be. Okay. Alright, perfect. One, two, three, four, five, six. This one's gonna be 7. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then I can't remember which one this is gonna be. Yeah, we'll do titanium beams. Oh dang. Okay, so titanium beams here, so that should be relatively easy to do. There's the titanium beams coming, or the titanium ingots coming in. Perfect. Alright, so then we'll do this. Beautiful. Okay. And then if I hover over here, it doesn't delete anything anywhere else because it's technically not connected via the same platform. So, okay. I like this setup a lot more. Let's see, what all do I have in my image? Jesus. Okay, I have a crap ton of, well, everything. I guess what I could do Well, I guess it doesn't really matter, technically.
I'm too hungry to think.
Okay, give me a minute. That was also quite dramatic how he said that. I have no food on me, so we have to go home really quick so I can get some food. Yeah, I wish there was an easier way of like of building foundations or building vertically, because right now how it is, it's not the great. We'll do you. We'll take you.
Nice. Ah, tasty.
There we go. Okay. Food is good. Let's head back out. Alright, now let's continue working on our bus here. So we'll just keep moving everything. Alright, beautiful. Look at that. Yeah, I like that so much better. Yeah, worst case scenario, like if this bus system gets too long, I can just I guess dumb it down to only like one rail. Which might not be a bad idea, because it'll keep it fairly compact then at that point. I'll have to see how I like it. Like, if the multi-rails were fixed, I could easily use the multi-rails. But unfortunately, they're not fixed currently, so that makes it difficult. Alright, so I'm dropping everything but the building blocks, so that's great. Alright, so let's do this. So at what level do I need this to be on? Alright, so over here doesn't really matter, it's over here that matters. Alright, I think that's in this yep. 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Alright, perfect. And then what we're going to do is... Alright, so I need to figure out what I want these to be right here. Yeah, we'll do titanium sheets, so... Titanium sheets... Titanium sheets... Titanium sheets. Let's do... version 2 rails. Alright, perfect. And there's the more titanium coming in, so that's fantastic. I have so much wolfram on me right now. That's ridiculous. That's okay though. Alright, so now I just have to work on the bus system. Alright, beautiful. So let's do this now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Uh-oh. Oops. Nope, I don't want it like that. There we go. Nice. Sweet. No, this is looking good. Okay. Let's do platforms. Oh yeah, I like that a lot. Alright, so this next section is going to be Wolfram plates. So if I put that there, so right there, is that the same level? I believe that is. Alright, so yeah, this level actually works perfectly. I'm gonna have to drop some stuff. Gosh dang it, that's okay. Alright, so let's work on this next section. I need to delete these first though. Perfect. Okay, let's get the storage depots in. So we have one there, one there. I can delete you. You're on the same level, so you'll be fine. All right, and then these are gonna be Wolfram. Alright, that's a little low right there, but that should be okay. So let's hook these rails up. we go. Alright, so this is basically ready to hook up now. So let's hook these up here. Oops, wrong one. There we go. Okay. I'm wondering if that crate's gonna be in the way. I hope not. That's gonna suck. Oh, oops. Oh, crap. I messed up. These are supposed to go right here. Thought that looked too far. That's okay. I think what I might do in between episodes is kind of get back to the point where we were in our first factory. We were in the process, or we just unlocked the Mega Press, so we could start building all the more advanced items, so I could get back up to that point with this setup. But I also want to do it all on camera too, so I'm slightly conflicted. Oh, oops. There we go, that looks better. Okay, so let's do the platforms. We're actually progressing fairly quick now, since I have an idea on how I'm doing this. Get some coffee and then punch the layout in the face. Let's see, if I delete this over here, it doesn't delete anything else in the factory. So that was my biggest issue, because I don't know if you guys remember in the first factory we had, I kept losing that random storage depot. That was because of the bug that we were experiencing in this episode that I hopefully fixed with this layout here. I'm really hoping it's fixed. Okay, so let's program all of this. Yeah, so this is going to be Wolfram plates. Yeah, the only downside of this setup is it slightly has a bigger footprint than my other layout did, but that's okay, because there's less issues with this one. At least so far. Alright, here comes the Wolfram ingots. I love watching our resources just like stream in. So satisfying. I also like this setup too, because we can have multiple levels. Like, we can adjust it to the terrain a little bit easier. Sweet. I like how these are filled already. That's insane. Okay. Alright, perfect. So then I need... Wait, what? What was that? Autosave. Okay, so now I need 2 of the furnaces. Yeah, so I need 2 furnaces because we're making all 4 basic items here. So we're making the titanium sheets, the rods, the wire, the calcite. Actually, we should be making, what, 6 items? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, we're making all 6 items here. So, yeah, now I need the 2 refineries. Alright, so same setup. 1, 2, 3. Alright, so it's going to be on this level. Alright, let's do it on that level, actually. That's how that's going to go. That's also another reason why I'm not building with a bunch of these pillars, is because I don't want to have to delete all of them like I'm doing now. Okay, so how do I want to do this? Because this is going to be... What I might have to do... Here, let's test something out for a minute. What if I have everything on kind of its own level? I was kind of wondering about this, so let's do this instead. 2, 3.
I'm detecting increased
crap.
Raptura activity. Prepare for a wave.
I guess I could have everything like this. And then we could do 1, 2, 3. Alright, and that bus is going to be a little higher here. I guess it technically could work with how I want to do this. It would have to go like this. Okay. Alright, so let's do this level for as long as I can here. Yeah, we'll do this. I'm gonna have to get inside. We have another wave. We have plenty of time. I'd say plenty of time, and yeah, we have 1 second.
Raptura's core is unstable. Head to safety immediately.
Such a cool feature. I love that. And
Warning. The planet is being incinerated.
you know, there hasn't been a whole lot of talk between these 4 since, like, we first started. Interesting. Alright, so let's cool our door down for a minute. And then, what do I need to work on? I need chemicals, battery, nozzle, the valve. So, everything that I can't make quite yet, because I'm redoing our factory, so. But, since I have the layout, we should be able to start making it quite a bit easier. Because then I can actually get proper ratios and stuff in there too, which will be fun. Ooh, you know what I could do? I could go to... Did I set up... I think I did. I did. Okay, I have an
Planetary
idea.
temperature within acceptable parameters.
Here, let's cool you down. Oh, it's too hot over there. Gosh dang it. Because I was going to go in those caves. Because I can go grab some more quartz. Okay. So let's see if this works. 1, 2, 3. I mean, actually looks pretty good. I'm curious to see how this works over here, though. Gosh dang it. Okay. You have to make sure you click these rails just right. Otherwise it messes up. Wait, did my sound reset again? No, it didn't. Okay, good. Yeah, so that's going to slightly go up. Alright, so that's what I was worried about. Okay, so... Which means what I might have to do is do everything to that level. Everything like that, maybe. Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of that. That's what I was worried about. Yeah, what I might do is, yeah, let's redo this. We're going to do everything to the level of those other connectors over there. So, gosh dang it. Why do I do that? Yeah, that should all be the same level. That is a heck of a climb right there, but that's okay. So then these are going to go up like this because of that hill. That's going to be insane. I mean, It's gonna look kind of cool, but alright, and then this can hook right here. So technically the butts can be on a different level than, like, the assemblers and stuff. Or the furnaces, whatever you want to call them. Alright, so then this is going to go like that. And this is going to go like that. Alright, that doesn't look terrible. I actually kind of like that. Alright, so this is going to be wolfram powder. And then these are going to be wolfram powder over here, so we can store all of it for what we need. Beautiful. Alright, do we have it coming in? We do. Yeah, it'll be nice once we unlock tier 3 for those rails. I need to delete stuff. Actually, I wonder if I should go see if there's any quartz. Let's go, yeah, let's go take a look and see if we can't find some quartz. Since those caves are opened right now. I placed a teleporter right in the middle of 3 different cave systems. And there was actually quite a bit of quartz in last episode when I looked. Oh, we have some ignitium here. Oh, I did double up on our, I mean, I feel like that did actually break faster. We have no quartz here. Ooh, that's... Does it grow back? It should grow back, shouldn't it? I wonder how long it actually takes. Or maybe it's because we're so close to the core? I don't know if that would affect it. Let's check these other 2 over here. I raided all 3 of these caves at the same time. There it is. Gosh dang it. Okay, so this one regenerated. I wonder if it's because I'm so close to the core. I don't know if that would have anything to do with it. Maybe. Let's see, where's the other one at? It's right over here. Let's see. Alright, this one has quartz. So, okay. I'm wondering if it's because we're too close to the core. I don't know, but I did get at least a few pieces of quartz out of that. Interesting. I might have to move our core and stuff then, if that's the case. Interesting. Alright, well, let's drop everything that we have here. Also don't need you. I don't need you. Alright. That's almost full. Okay. I don't want to delete all this, but I'm going to have to. Granted, this is the last one for Tier 1 products.
Ruptura status, stable. Arcadia status, stable.
Actually, if I just delete these, eventually it'll delete everything on top. There it goes. Heck yeah, look at that. So much deleting. Alright, yeah, let's continue. Well, actually, that might be enough for right now. So, I'm going to run into another issue with our bus system and everything over here. That should be fine, though, because of how I did this one. Yeah, I wish you could do everything on, like, different levels and stuff. Yeah, the downside of this takes up so much more space.
Arcadia 7 has finished regenerating.
I mean, that is okay, though, technically. Alright, so we have wolfram powder. This last one's going to be calcium powder, or calcite powder, however you want to... So I could do it all on this level right here. That's going to be a ridiculous amount of foundations over here, though, which should be okay if I do it all on the same level. And actually, this is one off. I'm going to have to do it right here. 3, 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I would have to do this right there. So that level. Alright, so what would be the easiest way to do this? I guess what I could do is I already know I'm going to have these. Alright, and then I could do this. Wait, can I build that like that? Actually, that does work. Okay, so yeah, let's delete these 3. 1. Actually, that was more than 3, but whatever. Alright, so that's how far that's going to go up. And then I can do the same thing over here. Okay. Yeah, we'll do that. Alright, so that's all the same level, so that's fantastic. Now, I can do this there. You. There we are. And then this is going to be calcite, so 1, 2, 3. It's going to go right here like this. Oops. Gosh dang it. Keep pressing the wrong button. I'm just hoping we don't have that glitch again, because that is really annoying. Okay, so calcite's gonna come in like this. Okay. So yeah, now what I can do is we can do this. Let's see here, so... Oh wow. That's actually slightly hovering. Oh well, that's okay. So then 1, 2, 3. We'll do 1 here, 1 here. Okay, and that's where the furnaces and stuff are gonna go. I wonder. Yeah, do something like that maybe. Okay, that looks better. Okay, so let's do 1, 2, 3. One. There we go. That doesn't look terrible. That is quite a bit higher than the other ones, but that's okay. Alright, so let's hook this up, and then that's all our Tier 1 products being made. Sweet. Except now I have no idea how I'm going to get up here. I guess I could just do that. Heck yeah, look at that. That's beautiful. Alright, let's hook our bus up here. Or I guess what I could do first is I can program these. So, calcium powder, calcium powder. Alright, so that should be on the way. So yeah, let's finish hooking up these belts, or these rails. I keep wanting to call them belts. Alright, perfect. So, I actually like how this looks. I just don't like the amount of space it takes up. Having to build all this pillar seems like a lot of work for the game. That's what I'm thinking too. Like, I kind of wish they had more of like a Satisfactory style approach to it. Like, just give me like a giant block that I can just build on. I mean, I'm sure it's in early access, so I'm sure they'll optimize it, but yeah, it seems a wee like it's a wee bit tedious though. But that also makes me wonder, because technically, if I get rid of this giant bus system here and just have like the one rail that will just hauls everything, I could theoretically have stuff on both sides, which would allow me to double the amount of stuff I have. I don't know, I'm gonna have to come up with a couple of different factory ideas. But we are producing all the tier 1 items. It does take up so much more space though, that's the downside to this setup. But it does solve the issue of if I delete something over here, it doesn't delete it over there. Which that was such a weird problem. Yeah, I would, or if you could remove like large numbers of items at one time, like that would be fantastic. Like a mass deconstruct option, I'd be completely fine with that. Alright, so technically that's only 8 items. So now, and also because of the multi-rail issue, I can't really use multi-rails. That would solve our bus problem. But the multi-rails are bugged like crazy right now, so Yeah, because technically these are all supposed to be on separate lines. Like they start on this rail right here, and then they move to this middle rail, and that's where they stay. So, yeah, these multi-rails are completely bugged right now. Which is also frustrating because technically this would not need to be nearly this wide. Like, depending on how many items there are in the game, I'd probably only need to expand this 10 times, so... 4, 5, 6, 7... Yeah, like, this is as far as our bus would go here. So, yeah, I don't know. But I can start working on the next piece. Now, the question is, do I continue just expanding upon this? What I'm going to have to probably do... is I'm going to have to turn our bus. Or I just do this type of a factory like over here. So we'll build our tier 2 factory similar to how I did this. I'm wondering how I do that. Let's see. While I'm thinking about how I want to do this, let's see what do I need for the next part. I do need... Here, let's head down over here. Yeah, this doesn't have any power. Yeah, so these are all tier 2 items. Let's see here. The Mega Press. So impeller, which I need titanium rod, stabilizers, heat resistant sheets, and wolfram plates. So that's a bunch of tier 1 items, tier 2 and tier 3. So that's a little bit of everything. Which means I would have to... I'd have to completely take our bus and... See, that's going to be the part that's frustrating, is there's not enough room.
I need water.
So yeah, you technically have to build like smaller factories everywhere. So I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. Or I wouldn't even need the bus system. I could just use the drones for everything. Or yeah, the cargo dispatcher and receivers. The downside is it's on such a big footprint. How do I want to do this? I could try building multiple levels. That could potentially work. Now the question is, how would I actually do that? I mean, for instance, like right here, if I were to try to build multiple levels, this is already a stretch. Not stable. Yeah, that's going to be complicated to actually do. Yeah, I'm trying to figure out how I want to do this. because this is going to be a complicated process. I wonder if I should have just stuck with the original factory that I was doing. Granted, I wanted to expand upon it, but it was starting to get really freaking laggy too, which was another issue. And this is making me wonder, like, I could probably get away with just like one belt or one rail. I mean, I guess I could try it out, because technically this is acting as one rail, so let's try this. How do I want to do this? So this is wire and rods. So rods and wire would be these two right here. So I guess what I could attempt to do really quick. Let's do this. We don't have more wire and rods coming in though. Unless that's all it needs. Maybe. Or something's not hooked up right. Everything should be hooked up right though. Yep, we have wire and we have rods. Nope, so I was right. Maybe it just doesn't need it anymore. Oh, that's too steep. That's hilarious. I have to remember that we have that extra crate down below too. Yeah, so this is acting as one rail here. Oh, I bet you I know. I bet you now it's actually... Well, no, it should be pulling. What the frick is going on with our rails? Yeah, why is that not pulling now? That makes no sense. It should be pulling these wires and rods from our factory up here. Huh. I know all of this works. It has to be this over in here somewhere. Yeah, the multi-rails are completely bugged right now. That sucks. So, I guess what I could do is just do like a single belt. Could wrap it around over here like this. Yeah, so let's test the single belt idea over here. See how this will work. Like, I like this idea, but... Okay, so we're gonna do this, this, and this. Here they come. Look at it moving up that massive incline over there. That's hilarious. Yeah, so it was an issue with the multi-rail, which is frustrating, but whatever. Yeah, so the only downside is we're going to run into the same issue that I ran into when we built our first factory. So I mean, this does work. Yeah, it would be better if I could just move the entire bus down here. Granted, it would be so much easier if I could use the multi-rails. So that makes me wonder how I actually want to do this, because depending on how many items there are in the game, which let's take a look really quick. I wonder if I can figure that out. Alright, we have a little bit of a sprint ahead of us. Nice thing is all this is full. Alright, let's see here. So what else do we have here? We have refinery, which I would need sulfur as well. Pressurized helium. Wait, refines raw helium, sulfur, and powerium? The frick is that? Assembler. Alright, so we have 2, 4, 6, 8. 10. Let's see. 12, 14, 16, 17. I'm not going to count like the ammo and stuff, so 17. I guess 18. So we have 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Let's see here. 32, 4, 6, 8, 41. Not to mention all of the other. So I'd probably say there's close to 50. Which means I would need 50 single line rails in order to completely move our bus around, which would be an insane amount. It'd be 5 times bigger than what I currently have here. which is unfeasible if you think about it. So yeah, I'm gonna try to figure out different ways that I can actually build this. I do like this setup here like a lot. So if I can figure out how to use this setup but have it as a similar version of our first factory, I think that would be the ideal way to do this. And also, why does it sound like I keep dropping stuff? That makes no sense. Because I like this. It solves the issues I'm having with deleting something over here, delete something down our factory line. So, like, I like that aspect. I really like this. But yeah, if I can figure out a way to implement this with our original setup that I had, I think that would be the perfect way to build. Which I don't know if there's a way to do that without having to build vertical. Because like the whole point of this is for me to like expand our factory like indefinitely. Is to add on to it, but I don't really foresee a way of actually doing that unless... I mean, here's a thought. I could do it that way. No, because that doesn't really work either. I'm just trying to think out loud here. Because I have, what, 8 tier 1 materials, so I could do... I guess I could do 4 on one side, 4 on the other side. Yeah, because we have, what, 3 things that use titanium, 3 things that use wolfram. Actually, no, we have... titanium rods, sheets, and beams. Wolfram wire, wolfram plate. Calcite sheets. Calcium powder. So I could do like tier 1... I could do my single belt idea, have tier 1 items going back and forth like this. So 8, and then... that would still expand our factory quite a bit, but it would actually make it slightly easier to do everything. So that's what I'm going to think of in between episodes here, because like I really like this design, but it does make expanding our factory really, really difficult. Like I said, if the multi-rails were working as they should, it would be less of an issue. But because of the buggy multi-rails, it makes expanding our factory very, very problematic with my current setup here. So I'm going to have to think of another way to actually do this. It's almost too bad you can't use rails to travel. I guess you technically can. Apparently in the next update, they're going to add like zip lines and stuff too. So it should make traveling around the map a little bit easier. But yeah, I really like this setup, how I have this. But the issue I run into is being able to expand our factory. I mean, worst case scenario, I can always just build more factories, but like I want to kind of build one giant mega base, so that's something I'm going to think of in between episodes while I try to figure out how I want to do this. What I'll probably end up doing is if I have to kind of redo this, I'm doing all that in between episodes. I'm not going to spend another episode rebuilding the same factory multiple times because that's just tedious and not fun. So I'm going to try to figure out exactly how I want to do this. Like I said, I do really like this setup here because it separates all of these. Everything's connected via the rail, but the platforms are separated, which I think is going to be easier on our overall performance. But yeah, I want to figure out how I want to do this because I think that the better idea is how I had our original factory, but just maybe separate everything a little bit more. So I think that's what I'll probably end up doing. But let me see here. I would like to at least begin working on the next part. See, what kind of blueprints did I unlock? Because when I went into the Forgotten Engine, I unlocked a bunch of stuff. So let's take a look at that for a minute here. I love the fact that we got the teleporter. That's so freaking nice. You. Ooh, here we go. Alright, so I got the valve. A pump, which I need turbines, which are right here. Alright, so sulfuric acid is next. Pressurized helium. I actually have a bunch of this stuff already. Actually, you know what we can do? Let's start unlocking stuff, because I have a bunch of stuff in these crates when I originally destroyed my base.
I can use this.
Alright, let's do that. I'm not sure exactly how much I'm going to need of all that, but at least that's a start. So yeah, let's go down into our mega press here. Alright, that's sweet. I need sulfuric acid, I need synthetic silicon, and so the rest of this I can drop. Alright, so I can drop that. So I need, let's see. Oh, I need you. I need you. I need a bunch of chemicals, a bunch more helium. I can't remember exactly how many chemicals I need, but alright. I like how big this large habitat is too. That's fair. It's fantastic. I could automate intermediate building materials. That wouldn't be a bad one to automate. Alright, so let's do the fabricator. No, not the fabricator. I need the furnace. Insert, insert. There we go. Alright, so I need more synthetic silicon. So yeah, there should be another crate over here with a bunch more stuff from when I deleted this core. Let's see, where's that crate at? It's right beneath. Where did I put it? Oh crap. I'm gonna have to try to find that crate. Alright, let's do this, because this can actually reach places. Okay, it's right there. Can I get in here? Oh, heck yeah. Ooh, look what we got.
I think I can use this.
I can grab all of this. can grab the stabilizers. I can grab this. Alright. That's hilarious. I have to crouch through there. Alrighty. Let's keep researching everything. So, the furnace, I can do you. Alright. I need more sulfuric acid, which is fine.
Rupture activity detected. I recommend finding a safe place.
So that's 3 ruptures in one episode. That is kind of insane. Speaking of, let's dump everything I don't need here. I'm gonna keep the electromagnetic coil and the generator, because I can use that down the road. And then I think I also have batteries too. Or no, these are accumulators. Okay. So yeah, I'm gonna, well, once the StarRuptures, I'm gonna call the episode. But yeah, in between episodes, I'm gonna try to figure out exactly how I want to do this. Because like I said, I like the way this is looking. Because like, if I need more of one item, I can just add more to it and just expand it like indefinitely for the most part. But it does make actually like adding more to the factory problematic, mainly because of the bus line. Like, this bus is going to get ridiculously long, well, or wide, which is going to be very, very problematic. So I need to try to figure out exactly how I want to do this. But that's something I'm going to do in between episodes. But yeah, we're going to watch the StarRupture one more time, and then we'll call the episode here. So yeah, we'll figure out exactly how I want to do this. But I do want to start exploring more too. Because there's a whole... I don't think we can go into the radiation zone yet. I know that there's little pathways you can take to like get into areas where there's radiation. But like, we have a huge area to explore still. So I want to start doing that in the next couple of episodes. But
Rupture's eruption has started.
yeah, I want to try to figure out our factory layout before anything else. So... Alright, here it comes.
Warning. Extreme temperature detected.
But on that note, I'm going to call the episode here. Hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, and I will see you all later. Yeah, so there is sulfuric acid. I haven't even gotten to sulfur, and apparently there's one more item which I have never came across before, so that's going to be interesting. I wonder if you make it using other items, but yeah, I'm not sure. But yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed watching, so I will see you all